time for a process video. Let me show you the sketch first. I found it on Instagram on Sketch in Scrap. Sketch, letter N, Scrap. And it looks like it's from Lisa in Texas, which is kind of cool. And I see it's also been posted on a blog somewhere. So anyway, that's the sketch. I did find it on Instagram. So it's got 3 photos, and it's kind of got this, you know, well, I don't need to explain it. You can see it, but there's a horizontal element here, a couple little embellishments, subtitle, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I've got a hot mess going on here. I have these 4x6s here, but I'm imagining those are 3x4s because I have these little guys here, and I'm like, okay, I laid these on top, and I can cut out kind of the parts I want of the pictures without losing. I mean, I'm losing some stuff, but really none of it's all that important. These are back before digital, y'all. So, and I've scanned them and all that. So, I'm going to cut the pictures that away, and then I'm going to use this kit New Day. So it came from a Scraproom Flavors of the Month. I think, was it April? I think it's April. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's April. It's New Day Echo Park, and I like these little colors. I'm kind of thinking I might use the black background, and then I'll put this across as my horizontal piece, and then I'm thinking this will be my piece like this. And then what I'm going to do is I have this die. It's a little hard to see, y'all. Can y'all see? There's these butterfly pieces here, little butterfly here, and then there's wings. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut them out of here and use those instead of the hearts, just because I know this is a springtime, because I can tell from my little girl's outfit. She's so cute. I wish these were better pictures because she's just adorable. She's tiny, and, you know, she's got the little outfit. It's got little, I can't tell if those are ladybugs or cherries. It's something, one or the other. And I actually have another little spring kit I may pull out because I didn't really have much left of this. All I had left of this kit was these 2 embellishments here. And I'm not going to put, I don't think this is a bad phrase, but it says even the most beautiful wildflowers are considered weeds in the wrong garden. And I don't think that really goes with these little pictures. And even this says, I like people who smile when it rains. Well, it's not raining. It's kind of pretty outside. So I don't think I'm going to use those. So I needed to make this. I did pull out this. It is a Pink Fresh Happy Bloom. So there's little flowers. And the colors kind of go. The only challenge I have is they're all kind of square. You know, they're all just kind of square. I'm thinking I might use them in the journaling spot area. I got to figure out if I want to. I like this one. Grow Where You're Planted is kind of cute. I have to figure out which one kind of works for my, oh, I like this, You Are Loved. I may use this. Anyways, I may have to do that, but then I may have to kind of go find some other things. I do have this little set of stickers, letter stickers, so it might be good for the subtitle, and I got to find a title too. I'll have to find that. Anyways, that's what I'm going to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera, and I'm going to get my base kind of set up, and then and cut my butterflies, because that's always kind of boring. So I'll start getting that put together, and then I'll come back on and let you guys see the assembly. All right, talk soon. Okay, everybody, quick check-in. I have trimmed my papers, and I have scuffed with this little guy here, literally everything. I've scuffed, so I matted these pictures on this green. I did double mat this little guy here. I say guy, it's my little girl, so my little daughter here, just because it's in my mind, it's kind of the focal point photo. And I may end up putting her up on foam here. I'm a little nervous because I did make a mat, and now it's a little bit tight on my tail, but it's okay. And then I did cut out these butterflies. And honestly, I started to kind of alternate the patterns because I thought that was pretty. But then I went digging, and I found my Simple Stories Full Bloom, and which is funny because I think the other one was called Bloom or something like that. And the colors are not exactly the same because it does have a little more like orangey stuff in it and more tealish, although there's a little bit of teal kind of in here. But there's some things that go pretty good, and I'm thinking I might can use. I was a little bit sad because I realized I used a lot of bees on my last layout, and there's these tiny little bees on here, and this could have been cute. So I did pull out the one I had left. I may still use him. And I do have these little guys. There's some little ladybugs, which kind of, like I said, I cannot tell now if that's ladybugs or cherries, but I can pretend they're ladybugs, and I have a couple of those. Actually, I have one more here I might can make use of. And then I have this little book and a couple little flower things. And again, the sketch doesn't technically call for really all that, but I'll probably end up doing it. Now this, I may end up doing like this because, I mean, the little lady is kind of upside down. Maybe I'll bring it down. that might be cute here, like that. And then my title, I kind of have this, I'm kind of thinking Smile Often. Or no, maybe it was Happy Soul. I think that's cute too. So anyway, that's what I'm probably going to work on. So now that I've kind of told you all the things, I promise I don't have a subtitle. If I do, I don't even know what to say here. Could be, I don't have any idea. I have to think about that one. Because I'm supposed to have a little subtitle here. Or I might just take and put some words, because there are some cute little words here. And that could be really cute, putting the words there. I think I might do that actually. So, all right, let me get started. Oh, I started to tell you, the reason I did the solids is because I started looking and I go, well, if I start putting patterns on top of patterns on top of patterns, it's going to be a little bit. See, my problem here is I need this kind of down here. But then I'm a little bit concerned that that's a little too dark. Maybe I'll go like this. I don't know, y'all. I still got to figure this part out. Yeah, so that's kind of where I am. All right, now I really am going to shut up and start working. All right. All right, I'm going to try to remember now because I did the layout yesterday and I've slept since then. Actually, a lot has happened since then. Nothing bad, just lots of little family things going on and stuff. So I'm trying to remember what all I did. Now, obviously, I've just used some double-sided tape because I still haven't gotten my tape gun tape in. And I use that to adhere the camera paper. I don't, that little tape runner that I have, it just doesn't hold the paper good enough for me. So I'm using double-sided tape on these pieces, and I'll actually end up using it also on the pictures. But I have now adhered down my camera, and I've adhered down my little stripe paper here. I am going to organize the pictures where the top picture there, that was my husband's grandmother, technically it was step-grandmother, but she's looking downward, and then the bottom picture there, my father-in-law is kind of looking upward a little bit, so that's why I've organized the pictures in that order. So she's kind of looking down, he's kind of looking up, and they're both looking at Miss Brooke. And then my little picture on the right-hand side there is, of course, where it's supposed to be. Now, I pulled this Happy Soul off, and the sketch just kind of calls for it to be over the top of the picture, but I just thought it was kind of going to get lost on that plaid. And I had that little tag with the little ladybugs laying there. So I pull this little Happy Soul off. And yeah, see, that's where I look and I go, no, that's not going to work. So I stick the Happy Soul on the little tag. And again, so I'm deviated from the sketch just a little bit here. But I think that's cute. I mean, again, I'm telling myself that's ladybugs on her outfit. I honestly don't know, but they're little red dots of some kind. And I'm gonna call them ladybugs for the purpose of this layout. I do decide to go ahead and scuff the edge of the tag just a little bit because since I've scuffed all the pictures and edges of the paper, it just seemed nice and the right thing to do. So I put my little tape down and I'm going to put my other picture. I don't think I've glued that darn picture down yet. I guess I will. Now, y'all, these butterflies give me a fit. I cut out, I basically ran it through 3 times. So I had 3 large and 3 small. And the patterns were basically, there's like a little, kind of a dark dusky blue, on the one side, and then the little green on green tone on the other side. And then the back side of one of them has a pretty little flower stripe or row of flowers. And then the other back side was the cameras. Now, I can't use the back side of the cameras because that just wouldn't be right. So I've got this green, and I go ahead and assemble this whole butterfly here. And I guess I leave this in here in a sense so you can kind of see that, you know what, it's okay if you change your mind, even after doing paper assemblies here. But what I did is I layered the green on top of the little flower paper, and I put some foam tape in there. And I don't really hate the look of it, but what I was really struggling with was the size of that butterfly, because everywhere I kind of put it, I wanted the corner to kind of be covered, and I put it on there, and it just felt like it was either going to cover up her because his wing was too big or was going off the edge. And I don't really mind it going off the edge a little bit, but I didn't want the whole wing to be chopped off, not really. So I'm looking at it, and I'm just not in love with it. I can't figure out, like, it's not laying where I kind of want it. So I haven't glued it down yet, although I think I may glue it down, and I still end up picking it up if I'm honest. Anyway, I know where my picture is going to go, so I decided to put that down. And I'm going to look at these butterflies again. And like I said, I fast around with this and fast around with it. I'm like, okay, I want it here. I even glued this darn thing down. And I keep coming and looking at it, and I end up changing my mind. Like I said, you'll see me in a minute. I don't think I might cut out, though, because I sit there and I do fast with it. Because on the other side, my issue was I had, I think, 2 more larges and 1 small. No, I had 2 smalls and 2 larges. And I go, okay, do I layer the same pattern on top of each other? I'm not really sure. These butterflies, like I said, they gave me kind of fits. I like them. I mean, I don't dislike them, but it was like, okay, I just can't seem to make this work. Now, so I've got this butterfly laid down there, and again, that corner's kind of just poking out, and I don't like where it's just poking out. So I tried that little green floral deal, and I tried that little chipboard, I guess it said marigold or something. Now I'm looking at these stickers, like, well, maybe I can use one of these stickers. And I go, no, that's not going to work. I come back to this green. That does actually end up staying there at the end. But for the moment, I just keep messing with it because it still didn't look right to me. And I'm going to come over here and I'm looking at the puffy stickers. I'm like, well, maybe I can stick a heart or something there. That looked really dumb. I mean, literally just a heart randomly stuck in the middle of that butterfly. I kind of give up for just a second. I think, okay, well, let's come over the other side. Let me kind of fast around with these other butterflies. And let me assemble these other butterflies. And then I just decide, no, you're coming up. I don't like you. You're not where I want you. And I pull you up and I pull it up and I move it again. And then I move it over the other side. So again, this whole thought process for me is like, I'm trying to get them to match the sketch a little bit, but also I'm not so much worried about the sketch except for this butterfly issue. And then I realized I kind of like the smaller butterfly over there. And I think, well, maybe I'll layer a couple of them. And then I go, no, I don't like that either. So I finally realized I'm on camera this whole time. And I'm like, these people do not want to sit here and watch me mess with these butterflies over and over and over. So I'm going to turn off the camera while I figure out this butterfly situation. So the next time you see it, I'm going to cut back over. I'll have them where I want them. And so now what I have is I have laid down a green small butterfly. And on the other side, on the left-hand side of there, I've gone ahead and I did layer a pattern on a base. I hate to use the word solid. It's not technically solid, but I laid the little flowers on top of the blue, and then I have the other blue butterfly. And I kind of like how all that ended up. So I've got them where I want them now, finally. But I did end up still putting that little green floral or leaf-looking thing coming out of the top of the butterfly. And then I have a little bee, and I'm going to put him on foam tape. And I like that little bee because it kind of goes with the little bees on the other side. Now, I end up putting little ladybugs all over this thing, too. You'll see that in a minute. And then I've got these little, I got into my little bucket of jewels over there. I guess I have two buckets, kind of, but there's one that I have like a little, like pearl strings, right? So this is like a little string of pearls, and you can cut them. And I cut 3 little pearls off the strings to put in the middle of all the butterflies. They're just kind of a little pale pink, and they're on like a strip. And the first one I actually did, I don't know if you could tell, but it kind of come off. It didn't do right or something. Those 2 down there at the end, they just didn't do right. So I ended up having to cut up into it. And then one of them was kind of faded. It was a little strange. But anyway, I ended up putting my 3 little pearls on there, and I like that. Those look kind of pretty, just little soft pearls. And then I decided, okay, I've got these little chipboard pieces. It's marigold and daisies. I guess in some sense, the little embellishments for me are just kind of supposed to represent spring a little bit. I'm not sure this is a real thematic layout, in all fairness, although it is just kind of springtimey, I guess is the point. Anyway, so I'm getting these little pieces, and I'm going to use my Nuvo glue. I do kind of fast around with this darn chipboard here. I pulled off the backing, but I actually pulled off an extra piece of chipboard, or it has like adhesive, but I pulled off an extra layer, so I ended up with just the chipboardy piece. So I started off trying to put a little bit of foam tape and a little bit of Nuvo glue and a little bit of double-sided tape, and then that all got messed up. And so I ended up pulling off again, and I did keep the foam tape on there, and I'm using my little Nuvo glue. I don't know if I've done that part yet, y'all. I can't tell, but I put that on there, and it doesn't do exactly right, honestly. So I have to fix it. But I want to overlay some of my challenge here. Yeah, see, I have to kind of move it, and oops, it's all kind of oops. So I have to take some stuff off. Y'all, this stuff never goes exactly the way I planned it seems like. So I have to redo my little foam, and that's okay, because honestly, I was having trouble with the chipboard on the daisy part laying where I wanted it. So I fixed my little marigold, and, again, I've got to put my double side. I do want that foam tape on there. It has to have a little dimension because the picture's got a layer to it, so it needs to come up just a little bit. And I'm going to put that back, and then I'm going to do the little daisies. I don't mess up, and I leave my layer of chipboard on there, but I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on the side of it. It's amazing to me how long I spend messing with just 2 little old pieces of chipboard. These little sets of pictures here, they're just, like my daughter was about, it's a springtime, so she was probably just a little over, I say spring. Now looking at this might have been summer because she's walking, although not real good, so she's just over a year old. I guess it would have been about probably late May, early June. I wished I know the year. I just don't know exactly which month, although I can tell from the seasonal deal here. This was a little outfit from her in the early summer, I think. And that's like I said, both of those folks have passed on since then. And so I'm kind of grateful to have these pictures. Okay, now I've gotten into this embellishment stuff here, and I decided I put this little flower down here. That technically came from that Simple Stories collection, but I think the colors go well. They're good there. And I stick a little ladybug there. I think a little ladybug's cute. And then I'm going back in there because I remembered I'd seen another little ladybug, and I had to find it in my baggie because I had 2 ladybugs out. I had one was a foam, one's chipboard, and then I found myself a little what is that? Cardstock little ladybug. So he just gets glued down. So I end up with 3 little ladybugs. I have 3 little butterflies, but I only have 1 bee hanging out over there by the little green. And I'm going to end up looking at this, and I'm thinking about another sticker. I don't actually use it, though. I put it all away. I do have one little small tag with a heart on it down there on the photograph. I actually put that there because it's kind of a random, like, hand or something, and it was kind of ugly, so I just covered it. And then I decided to put a little bit of white paint here and just splatter it. I will be honest, y'all. I had something on that brush, and it got up in my paint. It's kind of got a little pink tinge now, so that made me sad, but I'm thinking maybe nobody will ever notice. And that's all I'm going to do, the layout, y'all. Oh, I forgot to mention the little words I stuck over there on the left-hand side, too. Anyways, oh, wow, that was a little fast. Sorry about that. Here's the close-ups. I hope you enjoyed that. Please come back, like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.